Welcome to the Carriker Chronicles, the People Show. Check the Pulse of Husker Nation, brought to you by Nebraska Spine Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about just about every position there is on the team. In fact, the only one I can maybe think of, okay, we've even talked about special teams, because they're special and they matter in their third of the game, is the offensive line. Now, it's not that they're the least important. It's almost kind of like, I don't want to say saving the main event for the end, because God, offensive, ugh. I'm a former D-line. You got to keep that in mind. But here's the deal. The trenches is where you're going to win games. All right, either there's holes or they're not. Okay, Joe Montana wouldn't be very good on his back. Emmitt Smith wouldn't be very good on his back. Okay, opposing teams, Wisconsin, Iowa. I mean, unfortunately, they've had success because there's been big holes, although the defense did do better against that last year. It's the trenches. Now, the offensive line itself, I thought we'd break it down a little bit. We're going to look at the offensive tackle positions specifically, okay? Obviously, center is important, guard's important, but today I want to look at the offensive tackles, okay? Now, first and foremost, every spot should be up in the air. Every spot should be earned. There should be competition for every single spot on this team. And the offensive tackle, right tackle, left tackle spots, no different. Now, the projected starters, and we'll see what happens, but the projected starters are Bryce, Benhart, and Corcoran. Two very young guys. Now, Bryce is listed as 6'9", 330 pounds. I mean, that's a mountain of a man right there. Okay, I know he's very young, but it's a mountain of a human being right there at right tackle. Corcoran, no slouch himself, 6'6", 300 pounds. Now, they're both listed as freshmen. Okay, Bryce played last year. You got the COVID rules. Turner started the last game of the season, played in 3 games. You got the COVID rules, so they're both listed as freshmen right now as far as eligibility. Now, Bryce, okay, 2019 highly recruited individual, 2019 All-American Bowl participant, okay, one of the top O-line recruits in the country, 4-star, number 2 prospect in the state of Minnesota. Now, what did he do last year? He started every game at right tackle a season ago. He was the only Husker offensive lineman to start every game at the same position. Oh, backtracking to high school, I just thought this was cool because wrestling is not a tall man sport at all, and he's 6'9". He won the state wrestling championship in Minnesota at 6'9". Go look at wrestlers. They're not tall. That's pretty impressive. He also won the state football championship with his team at the 6A level, 13-0 in 2018. But last year, he's got a lot of potential, a lot of talent, a lot of ability. Okay, the future is bright for this young man. He showed his potential at times, and he showed his youth. Okay, he showed both. All right, first season starting as a freshman. Well, here's what he is. He's extremely talented. All right, he's a big human being. The future is very, very bright long term. The question I have is how much will he improve from last year to this year, especially in the consistency area? Okay, up and down makes coaches nervous. Young, talented guy, you're going to get some of that. How much does he improve in the consistency area? Next up, Corcoran. All right, out of high school, consensus top player in the state of Kansas and one of the nation's top recruits as well. All right, played in the 2020 All-American Bowl. In case you didn't know, this features the nation's top 100 seniors. He was a number 47 overall recruit nationally. Now, he, as I mentioned, played in 3 games a year ago, started the last game of the year versus Rutgers, and looked very good. Played very well in that game. The Huskers put up 600 yards, over 600 yards of offense in that game, but it was Rutgers. Now, here's the deal. He, too, is extremely talented. And if you watched him, he looked really good, and he looks really good in practices as well. His future is bright. My question about him is how does he handle, if he is the starting left tackle, the day in and day out grind of all those plays? Because there's a difference between starting now and again and going in every once in a while and doing it every single day, day in and day out, the pressure, the grind. How does he handle that? Okay, mentally, physically, it's about consistency. It's what I'm getting at with both these guys. They're both talented. Nobody questions that. There may not be a more talented combination at right and left tackle in the entire Big Ten Conference. They're young guys. How quickly can they learn? How quickly can they find consistency? Bottom line, very talented tackle combo, very young. How quickly can they start to put it all together? I'm excited to watch them. It's going to be fun. I legit mean that, even as a D lineman. Go Big Red, and always remember to throw the ball. Thanks again to our sponsor, Nebraska Spine Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, when it's your spine, you do not want to mess around, and experience matters. That's why you can trust the experts at Nebraska Spine Hospital, the region's only spine-specific hospital. They are the best at what they do.